Hello, hello. This is the Cold Water Spout Show. I'm Ben O'Leary.
And I'm Dave O'Leary.
And this is a bumper edition of our Christmas special, isn't it, David?
Yes, it is, yeah.
Oh, yes. We've got mirth galore tonight.
We've got the old train.
We've got it all. We've got these. I don't know what they're called. Nearly 50. Don't know what they're called. But anyway, we've got 20 of them. What's coming up in the show?
Oh, plenty.
Who is our special guest, featured artist?
Oh, special person. DC Collard.
DC Collard.
The man.
Himself.
Yeah.
We thought it only fitting that a special featured artist should go with our bumper special edition Christmas special.
Yeah.
We've got a few stories for you as usual as well.
Yeah. Some things we're going to talk about, sort of tales of rabbitry.
Tales of rabbitry, yeah.
Might chuck something in about gloves, maybe. Cold weather. See, I got my gloves out and I thought,
well,
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's bitter out there, isn't it? I mean, it's only 11 degrees in here.
Yeah.
You know.
Maybe that's why our guests haven't arrived just yet.
Maybe it is. Okie dokie. Right, there we go. That's the intro done, Dave.
We've got that far.
We've got that far because we always do these live, as you probably know by now.
Yeah.
And so it's nearly Christmas here in the UK as it is everywhere else as well. It's sort of early, mid-December almost now, isn't it? So schools are broken up, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Well, they're about to break up. All the kids are getting excited. We had Santa in our street the other night. And
right.
I didn't realise he was pulled by Discovery Sport. I always thought it was reindeers, but
no, maybe in Wales it could be the Yule goat.
Is that what they do then?
Well, no, in Wales they think that the goats pulled Thor's chariot.
Really? What, with that hammer? That bloody great.
Yeah, and all that long hair.
The thing is, I don't trust goats because they've got the square eyeball things, haven't they?
The eyes, the
square,
evil eyes, yeah.
Square things.
I'm not sure that's completely true, but there is something about Welsh and the Yule goat, though.
Right,
I seem to remember from years ago.
Okay.
Because I argue with the neighbour 2 doors down, and he said, threaten me with it.
So you've been threatened with a goat.
Yeah. Well, I thought it's a fine thing to say this time of the year. It's a season of goodwill, and you're thinking of setting the goat on me.
And he had it on him.
He did. He was carrying it. That's what I started off, really. I said, they said, you can't bring that goat in here.
You can't park there, mate. With the schools breaking up, it kind of gave me it sort of reminded me of my school years, as you would expect, really, talking about school. And it brings me to a little story with when it was been 1987, something like that.
Right.
And I was at school, but all my friends in Turvey were all a year above me or more. Yeah. So all my friends were on exam leave. This was the summer, Yeah. And I decided that, well, come Monday morning, I'm not going to go to school. I'll go and hang around Jason's house because he's in a year above me, so he's on exam leave, which was fine. Scooby was off as well, so he's got an exam and so on. He didn't turn up for an exam, right? Okay. Scooby didn't. Yeah. So the school rang round his friends in Turvey at their houses.
They were keen then, were they?
They were dead keen that he would be at this exam. Yeah. Jason's mum, where everyone's living at home with their parents, Yeah. Jason's phone rings, landline in those days, obviously.
Yeah.
Hello? No. Okay then, see ya. Who was that? It was your mum, Ben. What? He said, the school is looking for Scooby, and they've rung anybody that isn't at school. Of course, your name's come up because you're not at school. You're sitting on my sofa watching daytime telly.
But you should have been there.
I should have been there. I was in my uniform,
Oh, right.
So I've panicked, as you can imagine, doing that. A lot of that, when you sort of run around in a circle, like a bit like a dog chasing its tail. On one foot, that's spinning.
Yeah. No, hold on a sec. I'll have a quick. Yeah.
Thank you. Yep. And I quite enjoyed that. Go on, give me another. That was a bit flaccid, that one, but all right, we'll carry on. Although we've got backups.
Well, you can't get the reeds, can you?
I know. You can't get the people to go out and pick them. Yeah. Anyway, so we've decided what we're going to do is we're going to ask Jason's sister, okay, who's in the house, who's about 19 at the time.
Yeah.
Listen, ring up my mum, will you? and say, I'm the school.
Right.
So she's gone, no, I'm not doing that. No, I'm not doing that.
No.
But we had a secret weapon that we didn't know about, and that was Jason's nan, Marge, who lived there
bring
too.
Her out. Yeah, bring her out.
And she was a character. Anybody listening to this remembers Marge.
Yeah.
Well, they'll have a smile on their face now. She overheard this from her boudoir and came out, sort of gliding out the room, hoved into view. And she said...
a stately galleon.
Exactly that. And she said, I'll do it for you, sweetheart. Just like Catherine Tate's Nana, right? Just like it. And she said, I'll do it for you, sweetheart. Don't you worry about that. I'll do that.
Right.
So I can't believe my luck.
Sorted.
She's done. Yeah. This is within 5 minutes, we'll be back watching the telly because she's going to ring up and say, it's all right, Ben's just walked in. I'm at the school. I work in the office. Just letting you know, he's missed the bus. He's walked to school. The fact that it's 9 miles away.
Yeah.
And I've done it in about 40 minutes.
Okay.
She picked the phone up. It's ringing. Me and Jason are just standing right on her shoulder, So she says, clearly, Mum answers the phone.
Your mum?
My mum, yeah. Marge just goes, hello? Like the Queen, right? I just looked at Jason and said, what's she doing? She was doing a bad impression of the Queen to try and be someone else when she didn't have to be someone else. She could be herself. Yeah. And she was going, Benjamin is not, he's at the school and he's just walked in. And the impression was so bad that Mum just went, Jason, is that you? And she just turned to me with the phone, and I'll never forget the look on her face. And she just went, she don't believe me, sweetheart. Oh, bless her heart. She was such a character. Yeah. So, Jason, if you hear this, we're going to raise a glass to your nan, Marge, because she was a good stick. She was.
I'll have a quick sip.
Yeah, quick sip, and I'm going to have a quick go on the old.
This is the sedge warbler.
Okay.
Thank you.
I thought it was in here. I thought it had come in through the door. The only reason I thought I know it didn't is because you would have gone mental because you don't like birds, do you?
No.
Which is ironic because you're doing all the, you're doing an impression of one.
Yeah, I've done this between, all my life, on and off.
What, you and Percy Edwards?
In my heyday, I've done the Crowned Heads of Europe.
Yeah.
King of Norway, loved it.
Like Le Petermain performed
King
for
of
the
Norway,
Kings.
loved it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Have you got any more?
I've got a few, yeah.
Well, don't shoot your shots just yet.
Okay, yeah.
We'll keep a few of those up our sleeve.
Great
all right?
Lovely, yeah.
Okay. Now, have you got anything to tell me?
Well, I was thinking about gloves. Gloves, you shouldn't pick a glove up, should you?
No.
You see it on the floor.
No.
It's dangerous, isn't it?
Yeah.
And if you see it on the pavement of strangers,
especially now.
It's saying something's going to happen. It's a bad omen.
Yeah, it's a bad omen, yeah.
Yeah, it's something that's being hidden from you.
Yeah.
Probably your own glove that you dropped. There's a lot of folklore, isn't there, involved with gloves and stuff like that.
Superstitions and stuff, yeah.
What else? Oh, yeah, I always thought about the longest note in a song.
Well, do you remember we were listening to the radio once with a song by Frank Ifield came on, and they said, this is one of the longest notes ever recorded, and it was rubbish.
Do you think they did?
Yeah, they did. They must have done, because I remember us talking about it at the time.
The song was I Remember You, wasn't it?
It must have been, because I can't think of any other Frank Ifield songs.
No, yeah.
And there's a note in it that lasts about 3 seconds. It's nothing. And they said it was, I don't know, the first or the longest note.
At the end of it?
Yeah.
At the end of the song.
And it's not very long at all.
No, he's doing it in the BBC studios, wasn't he? Live.
Yeah.
Live, yeah. I heard it, because I heard him go, go on, Frank, go on, boy, keep it going, go on.
You could hear the lashing of the stick on the back of his knees.
And then I always remember his head hitting the desk, as he went down. Completely devoid of any ounce of air in his lungs. Poor bloke.
And that's when the control room would have gone, could somebody get an ambulance? That sort of thing. Yeah.
It's horrible, isn't it? Hey?
Try kicking him, all that.
Yeah.
kick the life into him, back into him.
The Alpine Chuff.
Is that the Alpine Chuff hod carrying?
What's
It sounded like it was really struggling.
No.
Is that what it sounds like?
Yeah.
The Alpine Chuff. Okay. These, you know that there's going to be a spike in Google for these people searching for these, for little sound bites of what these birds sound like.
What are they called, the bird people? Twitchers.
Twitchers, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh dear.
It's warmed us up though, you see. A
Yeah,
quick impression.
Yeah.
It's warmed us right
it
up.
does, yeah, brilliant stuff. Yeah, can I have a other go on the train as well? Very nice.
They've found us. I don't know how, but they've found us.
It sounded like a stomach.
Now, I wanted to ask you about something that has come up before, and it was that sort of what would you do if you won the lottery?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know, that
Like,
kind of. It used to be like, what would you do if you had £1 million? But that's not much now. So it sort of moved on, didn't it?
Oh, it was like
the
that
lottery.
thing where you get a lion, a leopard, and a crocodile, and you put them in a net to see who's going to win.
A massive net.
Yeah, that's what you're talking about. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah. I mean, because you can do anything. You can do anything. What would you do?
I think what got me thinking on the track. You remember there was a whale beached in California.
Yeah.
And they decided that they were going to, rather than try and get it cut up and disposed of. Somebody filmed this, I think, on Super 8 colour.
They did film it.
And they said, let's get a bomb expert or a good jelly man in and blow it up. It'll save us cutting it up.
It'll just wash out to sea.
Yeah, just wash it out. The birds can eat it. The chuffs, the Alpine chuffs can eat it. Anyway, they did it, but the guy clearly had no idea of how much TNT you need to destroy a whale. And of course, he loaded the whale with the thing, and then pressed the old button,
Stand clear.
blew it up, yeah. And of course, it was booming. I mean, it had gone, it disappeared. It was completely gone.
Yeah.
The beach was clear.
Atomised it.
But there is the nice, at the end of the film, there's a wonderful shot of a guy with a convertible Cadillac. The back seat full of whale meat.
Blubber.
He's about a mile away.
Yeah, blubber in the back seat.
Well, my theory was, if I could do what I'd do, is get a helicopter, take it up to 1,000 feet and just drop it on concrete.
Yeah. You see that though. That what you'd like to do. That's a 30-year-old plan because you've thought of that 30 years ago. Because you'd need a big helicopter for that and to get up really high.
It's bizarre.
But I think it's a good one. It's proper funny that.
Yeah. Right. Just recently.
Yeah.
There's a certain breed of rabbits that are massive.
Yeah.
You've heard about it?
Yes.
Yeah. These big things.
I've never seen one. I don't know if they look like. I assume look like normal rabbits. Do they? They're just giant.
Yeah. About 4 foot odd long.
Are they that big? Are they?
Yeah, they're huge. They feed a family of 4 easily. Well, they say breeding them is a leap into the unknown. This is crazy. But there was the world record one, which is English. It lives in somewhere. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Hastings or somewhere. No, Worcester. Worcester lives in Worcester.
Right.
Been nicked. Somebody's had it away in or Transit, I think.
Yeah.
Massive,
Yeah.
you know.
Luton.
And they said, "How do you get it?" He said, "Well, it was in its hutch in the back garden." You know, I mean,
That's a shed, though,
and they're
surely.
worth money. They're worth money.
Yeah.
These big things, you know. So they. This is very recent. You know.
Okay.
There's a guy who runs the Happy Tales Detective Agency, and old Kenny, he goes after it. He goes looking for stolen animals.
So like a bit of an Ace Ventura character.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And,
Okay.
they this thing's called Darius. It's 4 foot odd long, and of course he's saying things like, you know, he's quite well. The only way this can be sold is if it goes out of the UK.
Oh, I see. Yeah, you got to get it offshore.
Yeah. It's still hot. This is a hot rabbit.
Hot rabbit.
Hot rabbit, yeah.
Does it answer
You see,
to
it's so
Darius?
high profile. That's the problem.
Well, it's a 4 foot big rabbit.
Yeah, he's saying it's absolutely important that we close the borders.
Oh, right. Yeah, the fact that we're full of African COVID at the minute, and he's talking about one rabbit.
Yeah, he said if it remains in the UK, there's a good chance I can get it back.
Oh, okay. Perhaps he ain't
It
got a
sounds like a
passport.
liability to me. I
Yeah,
mean, they
yeah.
must eat a lot of stuff. Must a lot of
Dandelion
cabbage
leaves this time of year.
Yeah.
Where'd you find them?
But and he's in the Guinness Book of Records. He's famous. He's world famous, you know. But as I was kind of reading this, there's a thing called the there's a rabbit, right, called the white spot.
Yeah.
Now this thing goes back to, it's sort of a 19th century breed that's been going for a good old while now.
Yeah,
you know. And it was featured in a painting.
Right.
But I can't get to the bottom of the book. I don't know. It's either Robert Whipple or Ernest Whipple. It's different. It could be the same person.
Okay.
He did a painting with this rabbit in it,
Yeah.
and ever since, people have been trying to breed this spotted rabbit. This
That
is
is in a painting.
the English rabbit. This is it. This is the benchmark.
I see.
But do you know? There's a guy called Roger Law.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's been trying to get to the bottom of this. I think he even tried breeding one. You know, it's
Right.
white with. I think it's black with white spots. All he can get is white with black spots.
Okay. And so he's a bit of a sort of a rabbit breeder authority, this
No.
Law
Do
fellow.
you know Roger Law and Peter Fluck?
Oh, yeah,
the
the spitting image guys.
Spitting image,
Yeah, yeah.
It's him.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Okay.
He had this thing about trying to find out if you can breed these rabbits, you know. And of course, there's people demented by it, by this thing that they can't actually
Create. Yeah, but it's a painting. It could not exist. It might not exist.
Well, people have had a go at it. You know, there are lots of rabbits around that they think are close, but it's not the.
It's no cigar.
It's the perfect rabbit. They reckon. It's the perfect rabbit. You know, but it's like it's a bit like the Holy Grail, isn't it? You know, it's looking for something that are you ever gonna? Oh, I think I've twisted my thing.
You twisted your melon, man.
Let me test it.
Well, that's got some life left in it.
Never mind.
Do you want a new one?
Never mind. Yeah, let's get a new
I'll
one.
get you a new one out of the packet.
Yeah. The crossbill.
That was good. Is that sounds like some sort of beachcomber type bird?
Don't think so. No.
It sounded like it was foraging.
No, it's just a bill with a crossbill.
Yeah.
Its bill is on.
Is it really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Shit, she looked like one. You look like a bird.
Oh, firm your lips.
No, I saw a play recorded once for the radio, and Percy Edwards was in it,
Yes.
doing all that.
Yeah.
He didn't complain about any facial pain or throat
No.
discomfort all the way through it.
But he's been in the game a long time.
He had
hasn't
been
You
in the
know,
game.
I'm-
Hardest game in the world, mate.
I'm sort of fairly new to it, you know. I'm learning, you know, in the light of a lot of new discoveries, you know.
Well, you've got a lot of birds to choose from, so
Right, yeah.
you're going to have to find out the ones that you're better at.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was looking at something the other day about bonobos. You know bonobos?
No.
They're like chimps, but they're kind of really laid back, man.
Right.
Yeah, and they most of the time they walk upright.
Yeah.
They're
Okay.
very strange things. They've
Yeah.
got quite long legs,
Yeah.
and they just sort of like live in these sort of hippie colonies, you know, in sort of records in the rainforest in the Congo.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they're pretty cool, you know. I did have an impression. I think it was the Dalston bonobo.
Oh, right. Yeah, that was good. That was good. And that would have been upright when it makes that noise.
Did you like that?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it freaked me a little bit.
Yeah, that's like saying we're off now.
Yeah, ta-da then.
Yeah, we're off. No, yeah. Can I play? Should we play a bit of music?
Let's
discuss something completely bloody serious now.
Yeah, let's behave ourselves now. Okay. Now this is our featured artist. So this month's special featured artist is DC Collard with his new single Kansas City Blue. Now, just to give you a little bit of a backstory on DC, he's a multi-instrumentalist, as you will hear when we play the records, because he's playing everything on it. You may remember from the 80s a band called Joe Boxers, and DC Collard founded that and wrote their biggest hit, which was Boxer Beat. And anybody that was my age, around 48, 49, 50, 51, will remember school discos and Boxer Beat coming on, and then you bang in a chair to Boxer Beat, bang, bang, Boxer Beat, bang, bang. And that was an absolute anthem. And that sold over 500,000 records in the UK alone, that Boxer Beat. So it was a huge hit for them. Anyway, moving onwards, DC has played with Lisa Stansfield, Billy Ocean, Rita Coolidge, Stephen Stills even, and even Celine Dion. So he's been all round playing for all different sorts of people. But the part of his career that we're interested in most, and we like the best really, is he is the keyboard player for The. And The is one of my all-time favourite bands. I know you love them too, and we've been lucky enough to see them.
Yeah,
I've seen them a couple of times, you know.
They're excellent. Yeah.
And a couple of
Matt Johnson.
Matt Johnson, of course, London-based, again multi-instrumentalist, UK-based, and we recently were not involved, but we were on the sort of radar for the newest The comeback film that was premiered at the Troxy Cinema in London a few weeks back. And DC, who lives in LA these days, came over for a Q&A session on the stage, didn't he? With Matt Johnson, James Eller, the director of the film, Tim Pope, who did the Cure videos, and he does all Matt Johnson's videos and stuff like that. Infected, if people may remember the Infected album of the videos, you know. So it was a big night for the fans. So we got our tickets nice and early. We were right up near the front, weren't we?
Yeah, it was well attended.
And it was great, And the fact that DC had come all the way over from LA to be involved in this Q&A, and we got some photographs of them on stage and things like that, which we'll show on the video that goes with this podcast. And then we were nice enough to meet him as well, weren't we? So it was real cool just to meet him. So, and we were talking about this Kansas City Blue single that was due out.
It was a bit of a sort of a myth, really, because we knew about this for quite a long time ago.
We did, and it was getting so close, but I think the sleeves were printed wrong. And there is a worldwide shortage of paper at the moment and card, and so to get the sleeves reprinted, there was a delay on the paper. So there was a lot of sort of technical things, even though the songs were in the can. And it's available, as we've got a copy here. You bought a copy as well.
Did you get your signed photo?
I got my signed photo. The first 100 were accompanied with a signed photo, and I'm lucky enough to have number 4. So I was definitely an early bird.
I got mine. Yeah.
You got yours as well. Yeah. In fact, you actually got yours delivered before me, didn't you? Yours arrived the day before mine.
Yeah.
But it's a really nice gatefold sleeve.
It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's a blue vinyl actual disc as well. So the single itself. However, this isn't available on download. Spotify's not on there because obviously, we want people to buy the single. Yeah. But DC's very kindly sent over side A and B for us to play exclusively on here for tonight.
Good man.
Which is a real honour because from afar, DC's been a bit of a supporter.
Hold on a second. I'm going to give him a little bit of the train for that.
Now that doesn't happen very often.
No.
So
We don't just dish that out to anybody.
But we've. I've lost my train of thought. Get it?
Yeah, I see what you did there. Yeah, very good. Yeah.
So so we've got the songs to play, but from obviously with the internet and Instagram and all these things bringing us all sort of closer online together, DC started to be a sort of a distant, mild supporter of what we're doing, which is brilliant. If I put something up for Don't Drink the Water, he'll like it or make a comment, and vice versa. So that's it's sort of like almost like an online kind of friendship thing that we got going, and sort of co-supporting each other, which has been really nice, isn't it? So
yeah, I really like the sort of little bit, it's kind of almost like jazzy sort of piano pieces that he puts up.
Yeah, Blue Pajamas.
Really good,
yeah.
It's really nice stuff. Yeah.
It's just, he's a bloody show off, frankly. Anyway, I think we should play Kansas City Blue because I've gone on about it for long enough.
Is this from the upcoming album, or is it going to be as a single?
Well, at the moment, this is the single.
South with a heavy load. It ain't a weight measured by the pound. That ton of trouble buried way underground. Down, 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 underground. Down, 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 underground. Down, 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 underground. Down, 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 underground. Kansas City Blue. Gotta breathe in clean air to breathe out the hurt. Now feeling the sun washing over my face. Those some memories I just can't erase. From down, 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 underground. Down, 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 underground. Down, 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 underground. Down, 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 underground. Kansas City Blue. Oh, Kansas City Blue. Give me something blue now. Checkered past, but now it's time for me to rise. Yes, it's time for me to rise. Kansas City, here I come. 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 You know it's where the Count spent some years. He rose above those heartaches and fears. Hate broke his fingers, but never, never, never broke his soul. Kansas City, here I come. 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 Oh yeah. Look up now and you will see. He's smiling down on you and me. He's smiling down on you and me. He's smiling down on Kansas City Blue. Down, 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 underground. Down, 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 underground. Down, 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 underground. Down, 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 underground. underground. Down, 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 underground. Down, 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 underground. Down, 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 underground. Down, 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 down. Kansas City Blues.
Oh, we're having that.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah.
And that was Kansas City Blue from the forthcoming album DC Collard on a Mission, and he certainly
It's
is.
got that funk on it.
And I'll tell you what, though, Dave, when we were at the Troxy watching that video, film, the comeback special, the comeback special at the Albert Hall, he certainly features quite a bit, doesn't he, old DC?
He does,
He's all over it, flashing away on the
All
keyboard
Albert Hall,
and doing all the stuff that Jules Holland did and all that stuff, you know.
it's great,
Because DC goes back to '92 with on the Dusk album, you know. But we really do like that a lot, don't we?
It's good, yeah.
And DC's playing everything on it. Every sound you hear on it, that's him.
yeah.
You know.
I like the other side as well.
Well, the other side's Full Moon Glow,
Yeah,
which I think should
different sort of track.
let's play it.
Let's
shall we?
play it. Yeah, it's
play it.
excellent. Isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's play it.
When the moon falls down to earth, stars will guide its path and light the way. Then the sun will rise up to take its place. Bathe us in its warmth and hear us say, you keep me alive for another day. Hey, shine on me, shine on down. Hey, you keep me alive for another day. Hey, shine on me, shine down. You are the light that shines on me. I breathe in your love, breathe out my fears. Then you lift me up with the dawn each day. Sometimes it's hard to believe you are here. You keep me alive for another day. Shine on me, shine on me. You keep me alive for another day. Shine on me. Shine on down. Shine on me. Shine down. Shine on me. In the full moon glow, an unearthly light steals the night for us forevermore, evermore. Shine on me, you keep me alive for another day. Shine on me, shine on down. Shine
It's pretty laid back, isn't it?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's got a real B-side
It's got-
sleaze to
yeah,
it.
it's great,
It's
yeah,
just
yeah.
really nice.
Yeah.
And if you want to own that 7-inch blue vinyl, you can get it at chalkies.com, and I'm sure you can get it from dccollard.com as well. If you don't get it from dccollard.com, it will take you, I'm sure, a link to chalkies.com. And I think that's UK based. So if you're in the UK, it
Kansas
won't be
City,
long.
though, is an album track, isn't it?
It is off. What did I say? The name of the album was DC Collard on a Mission. Yeah,
Yeah, the full
that could be the forthcoming album. Yeah. I mean, I think this was inspired from DC's. He's a biker, a motorcyclist.
Yeah.
In fact, he's on the cover. Look, if you look there, he's on the cover.
Yeah.
He did a road trip in the summer. I don't know what sort of bike it is. I've seen a picture of it. It's not like a Hell's Angels bike. It's like a big
sport bike.
sport. I think they're called sports bike. Yeah. And he just did like 3,000 miles. Because in America, you can just point it and press it, and off you go, don't you? Fantastic.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, we're having that. So thank you, DC. Thanks for letting us play that. We enjoyed that. Now, what's next on our little agenda?
I don't know really. I could do you. What have we got next? Let's have a look. I'll tell you what. Have some of this. The Great Orc. There you go.
What?
That was it.
Go on then. On what? What?
That was it.
That was. It don't make a noise, does it?
No, it's extinct.
Well, I have to say then, David, that might have been your best one
I'll
so
tell
far.
you what then.
Most
As
accurate.
a bonus, I'll
Go on,
chuck
throw it in. Throw it in.
The King of Birds.
Go on then.
The Golden Eagle.
Yeah.
Have it.
I don't think eagles can speak, and if they do, I think they've got an American accent.
They all tell the other birds about.
Do they? Do they?
They do.
You're nodding with such authority.
Come out of it.
Gotcha.
Come out of it.
It's good. It's good. But I like the orc
I
better.
think the party atmosphere has gone to my head a bit, you know.
I do. I think you've
Since this business of Boris Johnson and that crowd in there has gone, it's started me off, you know, it kick-started me.
It has. You're sitting here with gay abandon. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah. Have some of that. Let's have a go on the train.
I like the train. The
Yeah.
train. This was Tom's, by the way.
Yeah.
This train. That's
Yeah.
42 years old, something like
Keep
that.
it under your hat. You want it back.
I know he might. That's why. The sun's bleached all the Fisher Price logos off it, but never mind.
Have you got anything from the
Yes,
dear old, don't drink the water?
I have.
Okay.
I have. Now you were busy
you
in this
got?
very room.
Yeah.
Okay. Not long ago,
Yeah.
laying down a demo of Five Sisters,
Yes.
which I liked immensely.
It was a quick one, yeah. It was a quick thing, yeah.
And
Spur of the moment job.
It was, but you had your guitar with you, and I thought, well, let's just play it.
In our adventures since then,
Yeah.
we've had a few communications. There is a young lady, I think, that's going to sing it for us.
That's right, because this. Well,
Yeah.
tell us about the song.
It's a feminist song, really. You know, for me, anyway. It's something that it's got a happy ending. You know.
Yeah, but like you just said, it's not written although you wrote it, it's not a man's song, really, is it?
No, it could be either, but it's a song that would suit a female, and she's going to do it. So it'll be good,
it'd be great. It'd be great. However, this is your version of it.
Yeah.
So should we give it a lash?
Give it a lash.
So this is the Five Sisters demo, and it goes a bit like this.
Five sisters standing inside the cabin door, hoping for lovers to come from the shore. Folded dresses on a feather bed, but just sad regrets arrive instead. Preacher had a cabin where the 5 sisters dwelled. Side of the mountain was the place where they're held. These sanctified souls, they were born to obey. The crack of the whip makes them pray. They're prettier than music and brighter than gold. And whispers and rage that can't be controlled. Darkness and night with eyes open wide. And anger that won't be denied. They gazed in the mirror of the old feather bed. With hair as black as the Bibles they read. They learned the scriptures from 5 years old. Never believed a word they were told. The 5 sisters took to rising up from their knees, guided by the light of the moon through the trees. Ain't never a whisper, ain't never a sound. Just 5 pair of boots on the ground. There's prettier than music and brighter than gold. And whispers and rage that can't be controlled. And darkness and night with eyes open wide. And anger that won't be denied. They sheltered from the rain in a lonely depot. Suitcases full of dreams and ready to go. And out across the field they can smell him on the wind, bringing redemption to the sin. That preacher was cursing the sisters to hell, and he left his horse where the poor beast fell. And whiskey on his breath and a whip in his hand. His eyes all afire, he can hardly stand. That preacher stood on the platform and screamed. His anger was a burden that can be redeemed. And 5 sisters gazing from the window of the train. Sipping a little something to ease the pain. Yeah, they're prettier than music and they're brighter than gold. Whispers of rage that can be controlled. The darkness of night with eyes open wide. An anger that can't be denied.
Have it.
Yeah.
I'm having that. That's good.
Story, you like it, did you? Yeah.
I did. I really like it.
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
that recording King
It's
guitar.
just a story of 5 sisters who've got a suppressed existence with a preacher, a father who's awful to them all through their childhood, and then they steal away in the dead of night, get on a train, and get
Hence
out.
the little cheeky laugh as well.
Yeah.
You know,
Having a little something to celebrate.
Yeah.
And they're gone, man. They're gone forever.
It's just, but the whole thing, it's got that tone because of that recording King guitar. That
Yeah, it's
little
a nice
parlour,
thing. Yeah, it was just
shallow sound. It wouldn't suit a big noisy dreadnought for
but
me.
I like small guitars. You know, I've changed. I'm going
Yeah.
right back to small guitars. I really like that kind of retro sound. That really, I suppose you could call it a cheap
Yes, yeah.
cheap guitar.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah.
But the thing is, there's something that can be seriously admired about cheap guitars. You know.
Yeah.
Because they just have their own sound, you know, and it doesn't matter how much you spend on a guitar. You can buy small guitars, you could buy a small Martin, a small Gibson, you know, but they're not going to sound like a cheap £100 guitar.
No.
They're just not going to sound
No.
like that. You know? And if you set them up right, that's what you get. You get that kind of, and it's a personal thing, you know. They don't suit everybody, but they suit me. You know, I just really like that kind of thing that you can hug. You know, sometimes you feel with a bigger guitar, like when I've got my J45, you play that. Sometimes you feel it's playing you because it's so big.
Yes, yeah.
But these little guitars, they sort of say, "Oh, yeah, hug me." You know?
Yeah.
And as soon as you touch
Timid.
it, they're so responsive.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
They're sort of loud. You know, they're just great guitars.
And
you know?
of course, the late Justin Townsend.
I'm saying this about
played one.
Recording King because I'm hoping they'll send me one for free.
Yeah, you can try. I mean, I've looked at it. I've looked into it, and at the moment they've got no dealers in the UK, so that's a long shot if ever I've heard one. However, the late great Justin Townsend played them, didn't he?
He swore by them.
And he always said, didn't he, that you buy a guitar with your ears, not your eyes.
Yeah. The thing is, people. there is a bit of a trend at the moment to get away from these big names.
The big names,
because
the
there
big
are
sort of big
other
six.
makers that basically have got exactly the same CNC machines.
Yeah.
They've got Martin and Gibson and Taylor. You know, they're still these same machines, but they're in Indonesia. You know.
Yes, yeah.
And there's always that kind of 20% rule that they talk about. You know, is that if you've got 100 Gibsons, 100 J45s, the law of averages, if you play them all, 20 of them are going to be crap.
Right, okay.
It's just,
that's
they're
the way it
just
is.
not very good.
Yeah. Well, it's natural product. I suppose you're going to get different response from
you
each
do,
one, and that's
so
it, isn't it? Yeah.
So you will get ones that are not as good as another, you know.
Yeah.
So, but if you buy from a dealer, you know they're all going to be one sort of standard, you know. Some people, I didn't do very little to it at all. Played it straight out of the box. But some people like to fiddle with them, you know. And there's a kind of a big name sort of thing about guitars, you know. If it's got to have a name on it, you know. That's fading away now, really. I think people are just, you know,
I do agree, but not only that, it may be Recording King is not a name that we expect anybody to have heard of.
No.
But funnily enough, it means a lot to us anyway, doesn't it? Because Earl played one, and we saw Justin Townsend play in the UK, and he had one, you know. And you look him up on YouTube, every video he's playing a Recording King, and they just sound fantastic, don't they?
They do,
you know?
yeah.
And they are, like you say, sort of a quote a sort of 50 bob guitar, really, aren't they?
Budget guitars, yeah.
I think they've just brought out a Justin Townsend like special edition.
Signature,
It's £300.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's not electric. It's not. You have to put a Seymour Duncan or something in the sound hole to get it to be electric.
Yeah.
But £300, so you can sort of buy your hero's guitar, and it's not £3,000.
There are very good players who swear by them. You know, because they do the full range. You know, they do a big dreadnoughts, right down to the little series 7s and 9s that I use, the small-bodied parlour guitars.
So how did you find them in the first place?
I found them because I was researching small guitars, you know.
Right.
And I came across the fact that this was originally, these guitars were made by Gibson for Montgomery Ward, who were like Sears and Roebuck's mail order.
Right. Yeah.
Making
specials.
Making cheap guitars in the 30s and 40s. So that, you know, they're so cheap, you know, for like $3 or $4. So everybody could have a guitar.
Yeah,
you know.
which was Townsend's ethos, and that's probably what drove him to them as well.
Well, he got fed up with carrying expensive guitars around because they just get beaten up.
Yeah,
so
and stolen, of course. They get nicked all the time, don't they?
Yeah. And, of course, but the thing that happened is these guitars had a certain sound, you know.
Yeah.
And it was about probably 10 years ago, I think, maybe. I could be corrected on this. Somebody bought the name Recording King.
Yeah.
And I just started to make these in Asia, you know. Get guitars, but the spec's pretty good. Spruce tops on them, you know.
Yeah.
Boxwood, sort of different sorts of woods on the back and sides.
Yeah.
And they just sound like something made in the 30s, you know.
I just love them. I think
but
it's
they've
a
been
great
updated,
sound.
you know. Mine's got like Fishman electronics in it, which is all
which
with it,
everyone uses them as well, don't they?
Well, they're reliable,
yeah. They're German or something, aren't they? Fishman, something like that, aren't they?
I don't know.
But we're getting away from the song a little bit.
We are, yeah.
You know, Five Sisters.
Yeah.
To me, I'd love it. Absolutely love it,
good,
and we know we've got somebody in mind for the singing this, and she's rehearsed with us.
Yeah.
And the old hairs on the neck go up because it's hearing somebody different singing your stuff, and it'll still be a "Don't Drink the Water" song, but it's kind of like "Watch This Space," isn't it? Because that will be really good. Yeah. And but you wrote it a while ago, always for a woman to sing, and
I think I did. I think
you know,
So I mean, they come out of your head. You know, you just write them down. But
it's been in the blocks for a year, probably more, because we haven't had anybody to sing it. You know,
that's true. Yeah. It's up there with the other one, which was the one about the what's her name?
Adele, Mr. Del Rey.
Yes, Del Rey.
Yeah. I mean,
wrote it about the same time.
Yeah. So. Okay. Well, we've played that on this show, and that's the Recording King again, and it's got that reverb in it and so on. And that wasn't recorded here in the Silver Cockatoo, but it was.
No, but it's one of those things. If you just think, well, let's try this while we're here, you know, and just do it. I mean, it's just it is what it is. It's just it's just a song, you know. But,
but a very nice song. We've been spoilt tonight because Five Sisters is one of my favourites.
We have been thinking about what we can do with it in terms of should we add some stuff when we do the finished version.
Yeah.
But there's lots of other stuff, ideas that we got that we can use on other songs that we've got. You know, so there's no shortage of material.
No, I mean this is all working towards the album, isn't it? Yeah. Which maybe next year, out on Fretsaw, hopefully. Well, not hopefully, definitely. And we're just gathering the tracks, aren't we? We're trying to, we've got about 30. We're trying to get it down to about 10, 11, 12.
Yeah,
that we're making good progress on, I think, and rehearsing and that. It's just a matter of, do we want a brass section on that one, or do we want some sort of African drumming on that one?
We know that we're going to put some certain instruments and getting some people to come in and play with us.
Yeah.
In my mind, as I'm formulating in my head the whole thing, it's really hooky stuff.
Yeah.
It's hooky. I don't want to use the word pop, but it's kind of hooky. It's hooky sort of melody-led songs, you know.
A departure, then, is what you're trying to say.
Yeah. But I mean, it's got death and it's got love. It's got all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, but as we've said, and you are a big exponent of, we don't want to hear too much about love, do we? It's the death's where the fun is, you know.
There's a lot of fun in death,
yeah. And as a DC Collard played on "Love Is Stronger Than Death" on the Dusk album, which brings us full circle. Really, we've had a good selection of songs tonight with DC Collard's "Kansas City Blue" single. We've had your Five Sisters, and then we finished off as well there with "Full Moon Glow." So we've had a good gamut of songs tonight.
I'll just slot in the old the Coyote.
Yep. Good un. I think that sounded like Turtle Man. Give me a quick Turtle Man, and we'll see if we can spot the similarities.
I don't know Turtle Man.
You do.
I don't do Turtle Man. Oh,
live action.
Yeah. Live action.
You've even got a capo with live action written on it.
I have,
that Fanula gave you.
Yeah, my granddaughter had it made for me specially.
She did, live action. Anyway, he dives in the swamps and gets the turtles away, doesn't he? Yeah, catches them.
Wrestler,
Is it in Louisiana or somewhere? Florida, swamps, Everglades or something.
Anyway,
we've gone down a rabbit hole. There's no coming back from this. Know. We have enjoyed our Christmas special.
It's good finish us off.
It's good finish us off, yeah. So this will be the last one of 2021 anyway, so hopefully next year there'll be a little bit more professionalism, yeah. So we'll have a... Do you want to have a go on the train?
I'll have a quick go on.
Yeah. Give it a toot. And we'll have We want to thank everybody that's listened to us this year, spouting on about nonsense and tomfoolery and mirth. I hope we've given you all a little bit of a smile or somewhere along the way. A million thanks to DC Collard for sending us his songs for the featured artist. Good on you, mate. If you want to get in touch with the show, it's Cold Water Spout Podcast on YouTube is where you'll find this. Cold Water Spout is the Twitter handle. Instagram is DDTW official, which is Don't Drink the Water official. You can even email us on ddtwmusic@gmail.com. We want to thank Pixabay and Ben Sound for the music that they've been giving us this year and letting us use, which has been fantastic as well. And you can buy DC's Collard's single from chalkies.com and dccollard.com. Are we done?
I think so, yes.
Okay, so we should bid everybody adieu then, really, shouldn't we?
Shout it!